Ew.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Welcome
everybody.
to the Bair Attack podcast. We are your hosts. I am Tori Bair,
And I'm Josh Bair.
and we are very happy that you decided to tune in to another episode of Bair Attack podcast. What episode number are we on?
This is 6.
Wow.
Yeah, number 6.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love doing this with Josh every single week. It is
I
just
know.
such a sweet time to carve out. I mean, it's kind of a lot of work.
It does end up being a lot of work.
Yeah, like afterwards.
Right.
Like sitting here and talking is totally like fine.
Sure.
Like doesn't like comes pretty naturally, I think. But the post podcast,
Post-production.
what happens when we turn off the mics
Right.
and what happens when we turn off the cameras.
Turn off the cameras.
Sounds really dark. He does not murder me. Oh my God. Okay, wait, sorry. I just remembered something. It's
What?
tragically sad.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know if I should talk about it here. I don't know why I'm laughing either. It's really, really sad.
We're not talking about it. No. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's not on brand.
It's not happening.
It's not on brand. Okay.
No. We just want to first say Happy Mother's Day. Well, you know, it's not Mother's Day yet. We're recording this on a Tuesday.
Well, it'll be released on a Friday, which
Yeah.
is the beginning of Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day on Sunday. So I think it's very fitting to say Happy Mother's Day to all of you wonderful mothers out there. We love you and we appreciate you.
Yes.
And we thank you. So, Josh, what are we doing for Mother's Day?
We are going to the Walnut Street Theater at 11 a.m. to go see
In downtown Philadelphia.
in downtown Philadelphia to go see Moana.
And then
And then after that, we're going to go have lunch in the city.
Mm-hmm.
This is with my family, I should say. So
Yes.
it'll be my family. Obviously, my mom will be there. And then after that, we're going to go to Tori's parents' house. And we're going to have a barbecue.
grill, barbecue.
Grill barbecue, yeah, with her family.
Yeah, that's what my mom wants.
Yes.
So that is what we shall give her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're really excited. It's a great time to spend with your family, spend with your mom or a mother-like figure in your life, if that's applicable to you. So we highly encourage you to take some time out of your day to say thank you and that you love them, because they do a lot for us. Like, okay, can I vent about something really quick? Not about my mom. My mom actually came in so clutch.
Yeah.
Okay. I think around the first episode of this podcast, I talked about what stressed me out at work.
Yeah.
And one of those things was event planning. And I'm not in event planning. Like, that's not my industry. I'm just in a corporate work environment with people who like to plan events for random things in people's life. Okay, it's not random. Okay, there's a woman in our office, and she's getting married. So naturally, our office decided to throw her a baby shower. Because that's just what you do.
course.
Obviously,
Naturally.
you spend hundreds of dollars and okay, this is insane. So a couple weeks ago, maybe like 2 months ago, this idea came about, and unfortunately I share an office with the woman who is leading the efforts, because obviously it's not a company sponsored thing. They're not gonna like pay for someone to have a baby shower.
Dude, that's insane to me.
It's pretty crazy.
I've never been a part of a company that does stuff like that.
Yeah.
That isn't funded by the company.
No, it's kind of our company is kind of unique because the majority of, because agents aren't really staff, they're independent contractors, so they can come and go, they can come back, you know what I mean? It's just, it's a pretty unique situation. But it's interesting because a member of staff is getting married. So a member of staff and real estate agents are spearheading this effort to give her a bridal shower. Mind you, she already had a bridal shower with her family, like a normal person.
You know what's hitting me? Sorry, this is not to derail what you're saying, but
Okay.
I think you might have said baby shower earlier.
Oh,
I missed it. I think we
I'm
both missed
sorry
it.
if I said baby shower. I mean bridal shower.
We'll have to look back, but
Okay.
I could be totally wrong.
I feel like I've caught myself almost saying baby shower, so that really could have been true.
Yeah.
Okay, bridal shower.
Bridal.
This would also apply if it were a baby shower,
Yes, you're right.
but it is a bridal shower.
Yes.
She is getting married this year.
But anyway, I didn't mean to stop you. You were saying that she already had her bridal shower.
Yeah, with her family.
normal one.
A big one.
Wow.
So I
And
caught now this.
Yeah.
But it's a surprise bridal shower, which makes it even harder. So like a couple weeks ago, my coworker was like, "Oh, we need to have a bridal shower for Mark." Oh, whoops. I almost said my coworker's name. I basically did. We need to have a bridal shower for I'm gonna make up a name for Molly. And I was like, that's pretty random, but what do you whatever, I don't care. No, I'm heavily involved. I didn't want to be. So she was talking to her friend who's a real estate agent who's also part of this real estate agent social committee, and they have to plan an event every month to kind of socialize the agents. I don't know. It feels like, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, so
oh my gosh,
there's a lot of things going unsaid.
I hope none
podcast.
of your coworkers listen to this.
Oh gosh, if they do, I'll have to quit.
That wouldn't be a terrible thing.
I'll have to quit. We'll have to make this podcast be a major source of income.
Yeah. This is ginger beer, by the way, for those watching on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, we love ginger beer.
Not a sponsor.
Not
Reed's.
sponsored by Reed's, no.
Yeah, Reed's Strongest. That's the only way to go if you drink ginger beer.
Yeah, once you have Strongest, you really can't go back to, because they have different levels of ginger strength. There's like mild, extra strongest, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. This says 200% more ginger than the original.
Woo! Oh yeah, that's what it is, like original, extra strongest. So anyway, my coworker is planning with her friend, and they're like, "Oh, Cinco de Mayo's like coming up. Like, let's have a Cinco de Mayo party and disguise it as. Let's have a bridal shower for this person and disguise it as a Cinco de Mayo party." So not a terrible idea, actually really clever, and it's a cute theme. But it's becoming so much work. Like, my coworker has to collect all this money from all these donations from real estate agents in our office, and like buy gifts, buy decorations. It's kind of like it's a lot of work. Her and another coworker. It's worth it to say that the bride and groom will be going to Cape May for their honeymoon, and that's a place that they love to go to, so they'll be going there a lot, I guess, and they have gone there a lot. So my coworker and another coworker went down to Cape May this past weekend. They drove down for a day and went out to lunch and bought like gift cards to different places that the bride and groom can go and celebrate. Very, very thoughtful. And wow, I guess I should be more like them. But oh my gosh. And I have to know if this is going on in other offices. So like,
are they like really close? Are they good friends or something?
No. Maybe they've worked together for a while, but this is the kicker. They talk so much crap about this bride to be behind her back.
Oh
my coworker, I really shouldn't say too much.
No, they just talk horribly about her behind her back.
Yeah, and it's just like little thing, and she'll never hear this podcast. Like they I don't know if they know what podcasts are. So they're
older. Yeah.
they're just the things they say just make me think maybe they don't know what a podcast is. So, and I haven't told them about it at all. I just can sense that. So,
this is very funny that we're putting this conversation on the internet, but it's like our own pocket. It's like our own little small pocket of the internet.
it doesn't feel that public, but at the same time,
I
it's
know.
like the most public.
It's the internet, yeah.
Literally, they could just Google my name and this would pop up.
Yeah.
Oh no. I should stop talking now. Yeah.
No, but like, I mean, that is insane.
And it is ironic that I'm venting about this and saying that they're gossiping a lot and also kind of gossiping about them. But you don't know them. It's fine, right? Like today. Okay, today.
You don't know them.
It's fine. So today, my coworker blocked off 2.5 hours of our calendar and a lot of other people's calendars. She invited them to make tissue paper flowers. Just Google that. It's actually really pretty, and it's actually really easy to do, but it's nice when you have a large group of people doing it, which we had. And so I had to take 2 hours out of my day and I have like my work, there's always emails coming in. If I left it unattended, I would have like 200 things to do. So it's really stressful to not like not be at my desk.
Right.
So there's this one agent we're working with, and she's whatever. She leaves the room, and my coworker immediately starts talking bad about her to all the other girls, to all of us. And they're just like, it kind of validated me because I always felt really uncomfortable when she would start gossiping about people, and I didn't really know how to handle it because we share a very small office together, and I'm not very confrontational, and I need her help a lot of the time. So I just want to keep a good relationship with her. So it's a really hard line to walk. So what was I saying? Oh, she starts gossiping about this person, saying like, oh, you know, I can't, it feels so mean. Just like saying, it's hard to say what she said without explaining what happened, and I just don't want to get into that.
That's fine, but she started talking bad about her. Yeah.
And this person is really nice, maybe a little, just didn't know what was happening, even though there was a lot of emails about it. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry if this isn't making sense. The story feels all over the place, but she left the room. The person started talking bad about her. And I was like, I just stayed quiet. I didn't know what to say. And all the other coworkers, I could see that everyone else was really uncomfortable too. And I was like, I felt really validated by that. And then another woman was like, oh my gosh, if you started, like, anyone tell me if she starts talking like this behind my back. And I felt really validated. I was like, good. Okay, good. This is extreme, right, you guys? Like, this is what I deal with all day.
Was she right there? The woman who was talking bad about this when that person said what she said? Do you know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
The woman who was like, please tell me if she was the woman who was talking bad in the room when she said that?
Yeah. Wait. I don't know. Okay, let's come up with some names here.
Okay, so
my coworker who I share an office with, let's call her Lindsay.
Okay.
And then the woman they were gossiping about, let's call her.
Was it Molly?
No, that's the bride-to-be.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, this is another girl. Oh, yeah, this isn't the bride-to-be.
Gotcha.
Anyway, it's just okay. The girl they were talking about, let's call her, I don't know, Brooke.
Sure.
And then the woman who was like, if she ever starts talking like about me behind my back like this, let's call her, I don't know, Tracy.
Okay, so was Lindsay in the room when Tracy said?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they have a good working relationship.
Okay, good.
I'm actually
Tracy was letting her know, like, hey.
Yeah, this isn't cool.
Right, gotcha. Okay, good.
In her own way, yeah.
Good, okay. I'm glad that was addressed.
Oh, me too.
In front of her.
I need tips on how to deal with office gossip as a Christian.
Dude, you're in a crazy position because you work with all women.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that working with all boys doesn't have its own issues, because it certainly does.
Yes.
But
it definitely brings us another set of issues.
Of course. But one of the big issues with working with all women is this is what happens.
The gossip. I don't know. Do guys gossip? Like in your past
not like
office experiences?
No, not like that.
Okay. I don't want to be like sexist when we're not. It's just.
No, it's not sexist.
We're just speaking to personal experience.
Right.
And that's all we can do. But yeah, I think I try to spin it in a way. Like if she says, "Oh, this person, she can only talk about herself," I'm like, "Oh, but I don't know." I try to find a way to humanize the person she's talking about.
You're really good at that.
I've gotten better. I have had a lot of practice.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
Thank you. It's hard. I have to stay on like my mental game.
You gotta stay alert.
I really do.
Yeah.
And I fail a lot of the times. It's easy just to come to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for listening to me vent for that whole 15 minutes.
That was great.
I feel like it didn't make any sense. And I feel really bad about that.
I think people will understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. No, I think people will understand what you're saying.
I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Good.
Thank
glad.
you, internet friends.
Good. I'm glad.
Or as Moira Rose would say, Franz.
Is that how she says it?
Well, she mixes the word friends and fans.
Franz. No, but she says Franz.
Yeah.
Like fans.
Yeah. These are my friends. This is a TV character we're talking about, not a real person.
It's from a show.
No, don't say the name.
No, I'll say it.
Okay.
It's from a show called, I'll spell it. It's SCHITT. So.
S.
Yeah. Apostrophe S. Yeah. So it's that creek. It's like the name of the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, it's pretty darn funny.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, so honey, is there anything on your mind?
Oh, I was just gonna say that so last week, if you guys listened to last week's episode,
great episode,
real good episode, yeah. Me and my lovely wife Tori talk about how good we are at marriage.
Precisely.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, you definitely just jinxed us.
Yeah, I probably did.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Keep us humble.
Lord, keep us humble.
Lord, keep us humble.
No, but if you listened, we talked about how not well I was feeling. Well.
Yes.
So that was last Tuesday. Yeah, last Tuesday.
Yeah.
The following day, the Wednesday, I was still not feeling great at all. Excuse me.
You're good.
And so I went and I got a COVID test, and sure enough, it was positive.
Oh my gosh.
Which is interesting because Tori was not feeling well at all the week before, and I got what she had, so we're assuming she also had it too.
Okay, and to be fair, I was safe the whole time.
Oh yeah, no, you stayed home from work. Like we
Yeah.
didn't see anybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fine.
But it was interesting because he went to go get tested, and the nurse practitioner at the CVS was like really chill, and she was like, "Okay, yeah, like, as long as you don't have a
That was really
fever,
weird.
then you're good to go out. You don't have to wait the 10 days."
Yeah. Well, I think the protocol is just different now.
It is different. Yeah. She was going based off the current protocol, which is,
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't really keep up with it, so
Well, so last
we
time
didn't know it was this lax.
Right. Well, last time we got COVID, last time we got COVID and it was like confirmed, like we got tested and it was positive.
Mm-hmm.
Was about around this time last year.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It was this time last year.
Yeah, it was March, but yeah, and we both had, it was like the whole like 10-day thing. No matter what your symptoms were, like from the time you started experiencing symptoms, and 10 days after that, you had to quarantine. Yeah.
Yep.
Now it's 5 days.
Yeah.
And even if you're experiencing symptoms after 5 days, as long as you don't have a fever, you can go out.
A fever without medication?
Yeah. Yeah, without medication.
There you go.
Like,
Okay.
like how you would treat like a normal,
Right.
like the flu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 24 hours without a fever, without medication. Yeah.
Yes, that was really shocking because I
Yeah.
did not think we had COVID.
I know. And it actually, these new protocols worked out really well because I got symptoms last Friday. Last Friday, as in like a week and a half ago Friday. And so the Wednesday that I got tested was 5 days. And I had a bachelor party this past weekend. And luckily I was
It was totally safe for him to go.
yeah, I was fever free and I was fine by like that Thursday, by the next day. So
Yeah, but there are lingering oh my goodness.
yeah, there's like the cough.
Lingering symptoms. Yeah, like we could not stop coughing. It was actually really hard. Well, they know because I couldn't stop coughing last week on the podcast.
Right, yeah.
And that's
Turned out that
happening
was
too.
COVID.
Oh my god.
It was the COVID cough.
The COVID cough. It was rough. And then the fatigue, and it's not really like random. It's just harder to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
It just hits different in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just like you're lulled into a deeper sleep or something, probably 'cause your body needs to recover.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, we're fine now though.
Yep,
Yeah.
completely.
Last time we had COVID, I did not do well. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had to get what are they called? A nebulizer?
yeah, we got a nebulizer.
Yeah, for
I
his
had to get, like,
lungs.
Who are the people that need nebulizers? Like
People have asthma? No, wait. Pneumonia? No.
I feel like growing up, I had a friend who had to use like a nebulizer like twice a day.
Huh. I don't know.
I forget why he did that.
Yeah, I don't know the I don't know why they're used instead of
Yeah.
inhalers sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a constant flow of medication to your lungs, right?
yeah. Yeah, my blood oxygen was like a 91 or something.
Yeah, it was getting low.
Not good. So yeah, it was actually, dude, that was rough. That was hard.
Well, it wasn't as hard for Josh 'cause he got to stay home from work. Well, no, he works remotely. His work had a COVID pay code,
Yeah.
so he didn't have to take up any sick days or anything.
It was beautiful.
Meanwhile, my job was like, "You good to work?" And I was like, "Yes." So I had to work.
Granted, you had it way less severe than I did.
Yeah, but it would have been nice.
It would have been nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Corporate, am I right?
Corporate, yeah. One thing I wanted to say about the COVID was, eventually I got better, which was great.
Yes.
But 3 months later, we got it in March of 2021. 3 months later, in June of 2021, I'll never forget this because it was horrible. We went and we got Mexican food to pick up.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yep. And we came home.
Yep.
And I was super excited because I was, at that time, I was on like a paleo diet. So I had gotten, basically, it was just like meat and veggies. It was like a platter of meat and veggies. I think there were some beans in it, which I know that's like a controversial thing in the paleo community. But no skin off my back. So
It worked for you.
Yeah, it worked for me. So I got all that stuff, and I was really excited for it. And I started eating it, and I was like, "What is that horrible taste?"
Yep, I remember.
Horrible. Like, it tasted like they used super old, like, rancid food.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It was disgusting. And I remember thinking, like, what is going on? And I asked Tori, I was like, does your food taste, like, really bad? And you were like, no, it's fantastic.
I was having a real good time.
So I tried yours.
Yeah.
And it tasted horrible.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And I was like, oh, my gosh, what is wrong with me? Like, what happened. And over the next few days, I tried to eat like other meat. So I tried to eat more chicken. I tried to eat like.
Because you ordered like a shredded beef platter or something?
No, shredded chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so over the next few days, because I was on a paleo diet, meat is such a huge part of that. So I was trying to eat meat and I couldn't do it. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I am very not picky when it comes to food for the
all.
most part.
There are things that I will not eat, and Josh just does not have any hesitation.
Yeah. The only things I don't like are olives and. Is that it?
And I love olives.
Yeah, I know.
So it works out perfectly.
Yeah, it does work out perfectly. 'Cause you eat my olives.
Yeah.
If there are olives.
I think I'm a little picky.
You're pretty picky. Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty picky. No, but I was so bummed because I was like, what in the world is wrong with me? Like, meat in general, like all meats were disgusting.
Eggs.
Oh yeah, I couldn't eat eggs. Eggs were horribly disgusting. Like, they just tasted so rancid, and I was
the
like,
weirdest thing.
and it was like in my nose, and like it was just all. Oh, dude, it was.
And you could like
disgusting.
smell it.
Yes. So after like a week of this, I was so bummed. I was like, what is happening? And I looked it up, and on Reddit, it was kind of it was like this post on Reddit had like 4 upvotes. It's like,
so obscure.
Yeah, so obscure. Someone documented how they experienced this for a year.
Shout out to this person.
Yes. They documented their entire experience of this for a whole year. And it was the exact same thing. Like, exactly what I was going through. And the reality of like, this could last a whole year.
It was so depressing.
Gosh, I was so depressed. So after a few days of sulking, we finally were like, all right, I guess I just have to do like a vegan diet, basically. Or like primarily vegan.
Yeah, plant-based.
Or plant-based, yeah, sorry. And
eggs and like all animal products. And we don't really drink dairy milk anyway, so I don't think we ever.
Yeah, never tried that.
Yeah, never tried that. But so plant-based.
Yeah, and so we just kind of stuck with plant-based for at least a good month or two. Chicken started to get a little better. I could tolerate chicken. But, I mean, for the next... I could not eat red meat. Still to this day. It's been 11 months. Still to this day, red meat can be a struggle. Yeah. It's like hit or miss.
It depends, because I feel like you've had a burger recently or a couple times, and it wasn't... Like, I don't remember you complaining about it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just had a burger this weekend at the bachelor party.
And how was that?
It was good.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't get the taste.
I feel like it depends on what kind of oil or like how it's cooked. Because we were down the shore last summer, and Josh ordered a burger.
It was like in September, yeah.
September, yeah. And Josh ordered a burger, and it was like he couldn't even have it close to his face. It was seriously. The smell of it was just so overwhelming to him. It smelled fine to me, but it kind of looked gross, but it did smell fine to me.
It was greasy. It was a
greasy
burger.
And it was just like everything from the bun to the tomato felt like it was cooked in the same rancid grill. I don't know.
You know what I think it was? Is I think I just hadn't had red meat for so long that I almost like forgot that it would cause that taste. You know what I mean? So I just like got it and I was excited. And I forgot and I took a bite and I was like, oh.
It was so disappointing.
It was so disgusting. It was so gross.
Yeah, you couldn't eat it. It was terrible.
I did get the taste recently. I forget what it was. The frequency of me getting the taste has gone down a lot for sure.
And you learned something interesting. I think this is happening to a lot of people. I think there's more like articles about it. I think it's called like paranosm. I forget what it's called.
I forget what it's called.
But you were looking up that if is a disconnect between your taste buds and your brain.
Yes, because what happens is, for most people when they get COVID or at least with the original strain of COVID, you would lose your taste and smell.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you would get it back, your brain kind of like reconnects those, whatever the word is, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
nerve.
yeah, those whatever.
Something.
Reconnects your taste buds to your brain. And what can happen, I was reading that it can happen between like 5 and 10% of people. This was early on, though. This was back when I first got it. So I'm not sure if there's been more data on it since then, but they were saying between 5 and 10% of people who had COVID were getting this like taste and smell issue like a few months later.
I'll look it up. It's called parosmia.
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 Yeah.
It's an unpleasant odor perception.
Oh, dude. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, it was disgusting.
Nasty.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. There have been times where, like, even I would walk into a restaurant and I would just be like, oh, I could, like, smell it.
Oh, my gosh. No. That's terrible.
Oh, dude. So bad.
Yeah, that was rough.
It has been a while since that, so it's definitely going away, or it's getting, like, better. Oh, and I was reading about it, and it was saying it can take like a year for your brain to reconnect those like sensors or neurons or whatever the word is, for your taste buds to like catch up. And so, so I have gotten better. A friend of ours who had COVID like in December, she just recently started getting the COVID taste.
Yeah, she reached out to Josh to talk to like find out his experience about it.
Yeah. She's the only one I know in like of someone that I know who has gotten it besides me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And it's weird because you guys had a similar COVID experience.
Yes, we both had like the issues with breathing. It was very similar symptoms. Yeah.
So it's interesting how that kind of correlates.
Yes.
Thankfully I didn't have it. And you were really strong about it. Like you just, once you accepted it, you really just powered through. Like, if you were eating something and you were like, this has a taste, you would, like, forge on and keep eating it somehow. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you did that.
Well, what I noticed is that, like, with chicken, not really with anything else, but with chicken, the taste would be there for the first couple bites, and it'd be like, oh, my gosh, like, really strong. And then it would, like, kind of go away after a few more bites. And so I could tolerate chicken. I just had to get through the first few bites.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But like eggs were really bad.
Yeah.
Eggs were rough. But I remember having to sort of power through a few eggs. It was just like I would just think, okay, this is literally just eating for function at this point.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Good thing we're past that.
Yeah, thank goodness. Anyway, now we're back, fully healthy for the most part.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, we're both okay. No, didn't have as bad experience like the first time.
Right.
Which is great.
Yes. And what do we want? Oh, wait. I feel like we should give, this is going back to the Mother's Day thing. I think we should give our moms a shout out.
Oh, yeah. Like our specific
own
moms.
mothers.
Yes.
Okay. So shout out to my mother, Maria Edmonds.
Oh, and shout out to my mother, Deb O'Brien. Woohoo.
And so we love you guys.
We love you guys.
They are such big supporters in life and in podcast.
Yes, they are. They are.
So we love them. Okay. And now we want to talk about, we want to shift gears a bit.
Yep.
Because Josh has been going on a lot of job interviews.
Oh, man, I hope nobody from my work hears this.
Oh. Should I not have said anything?
No.
We don't discuss a lot beforehand.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I don't think anybody will. Honestly, even if they do, like, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is searching for other employment opportunities. And it kind of just, like, made us think about our past job interview and job experiences.
Yeah.
And I have a really terrible job interview story. It's not really terrible at all because I feel like there's some pretty bad ones out there. But I was working. Okay, so for like 5 years, I worked retail, clothing retail at a store called Banana Republic Factory Store. And I loved that place. It was, well, I don't know if I appreciated it in the moment, but
I loved that place.
a lot of my family and friends love that place because I got good discounts.
They had great clothes.
And they had really good clothes. So, yeah, so I worked there and I was kind of looking for a change. I always wanted to work in the food industry, like as a server. And so I interviewed at an Olive Garden.
I have a quick question. How old were you?
I was in college, so 21.
Okay, gotcha. I was just curious.
Yeah. So I I apply to Olive Garden. I get an interview, and I'm like in my interview best. You know, I have my like black slacks on and a button-up shirt and a blazer, and I do my makeup and my hair, and I look presentable. And I drive kind of like 20 minutes to this Olive Garden.
Which Olive Garden was it?
It was on the boulevard.
Oh.
Like way up.
Like, okay. Or way down.
Or
like towards the city, like south.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get there and I'm told to wait. You know, the manager's in a meeting right now, but she'll be out to meet me in a minute. I wait over an hour.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they're all just staring at me. And I really prepared for this interview too.
Oh.
And I am like so confused as to what to do. I mean, in hindsight, obviously I should have just left, but I wasn't as like confident back then.
I don't think I would have left.
Yeah, like 'cause in the moment you don't really know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally.
So I like in hindsight, and if I saw someone in that situation, I would have been like, just leave. Like, this isn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I wait over an hour. This woman comes out to meet me, and she like doesn't even apologize.
Oh, that's horrible.
I was there on time too. And she does a quick little 5-minute interview, and then I leave. And I never heard back.
That is horrible.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Was not great.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm bigger than them now.
You are.
Yeah, it's fine. So that was a really bad job interview experience for me. Luckily, that's the only one I have.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, I have another job interview story.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
Okay, so I also interviewed to be a fitness trainer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
I forget the company name, but okay, it sounds like, Tori, like, are you even qualified? No, I'm not, but they would train you to be a fitness trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked the company. I did some research on them, and they had a kind of unique way to train people. Sorry, I keep stuttering. Still getting used to podcasting.
No, you're doing great.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I interview and I get to like the 3rd level interview. So, and it's like a Zoom interview or whatever. And I was asking about like what they recommend for nutrition to their clients, because I know like a large part of weight loss and fitness goals is your diet and what you're eating. And so they didn't really have a good answer. And they didn't really, I don't know if that was right of me to ask them, or if I should have just
That's a great question.
I don't know, is it?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe big, like, I don't know.
Wait, what'd you think?
Maybe, I don't know what I'm thinking actually. No, it is a good question.
That's a totally normal good question.
Yeah.
When you're being interviewed for a fitness trainer.
They would just sell their clients this drink. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
And I don't know what was in the drink, but whatever. So I think that really turned her off to me, and I did not get the job.
They were like, "Oh, she's one of those normal fitness like wants to be a like good fitness trainer. Oh, we can't have
we
her.
want her to be bad.
Yeah.
She won't bend to our rules."
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, that was like, I really felt like I was going to get it.
Yeah.
Denied.
I've had some pretty rough interview experiences as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I share some?
I would love if you shared some.
Okay. When
What?
oh my gosh.
What?
When I was in college, dude, I feel like I really had a hard time thinking for myself until a couple years after college.
Okay.
I'm going to preface what I'm about to talk about by saying that.
Okay.
All this to say.
Oh no, I'm scared. I don't know where you're gonna go with this.
So I went to college to be an actuary, and actuaries work, I mean, they work everywhere, but one of the main areas that they work in is insurance. So I graduated college, or I was about to graduate college, and I was interviewing for jobs, actuarial jobs, at different insurance companies. And I remember I went to Aetna. I had a interview with Aetna.
Aetna mode.
Aetna Mod.
He does that so good.
Got her.
And he knows it cracks me up every single time. Do it again.
Edna Mod. Nailed it.
That's my favorite
I
thing.
say nailed it after every time.
You do nail it though.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I love that.
Yeah, but at Aetna, and I remember like it was my second interview. I was at school at the time, and the job was around here, so it was like a 3.5 hour drive back here for the interview. They like booked a hotel for me.
Oh my gosh,
I
really?
stayed overnight, yeah.
Dang.
And then I had a day of interviews the following day. And I remember in one of my interviews, it was a panel of people.
Oh boy.
And someone asked me, okay, so I remember at the time, someone had mentioned to me, because when was this? This was just, so.
Are you trying to figure out the year?
Sorry, now I'm remembering. So this was my junior year, and I was interviewing for an internship. That's what it was.
Okay.
Because yes, this is what happened. At the time, Obama was president.
Oh God, oh boy.
And I remember being told by somebody at the time that Obamacare was really bad for insurance companies. And they explained to me how, like, it, why it's bad for insurance companies.
Okay.
I honestly am like, I'm so out of touch with stuff like that I'm like, I don't even think I could repeat it back to you right now without sounding like an idiot.
That's okay.
So, but I mean, essentially, I could be wrong, but isn't Obamacare like...
I thought
it's like a marketplace of insurance.
I think so.
Or like health benefits.
Didn't it require everyone to have health insurance too? I'm Googling it.
No, I think that's like a thing. I think it's just like already a thing.
And someone in high school lied to me. Oh, it was the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah. It was basically, the purpose of it was to allow low-income people to have the opportunity for health benefits. Yeah.
It had 3 primary goals: make affordable health insurance available to more people, expand the Medicaid program, and support innovative medical care.
Yeah. So all this to say,
at lower costs. Designed to lower costs.
Boom.
Okay, everything to lower costs.
Right. And so I remember somebody said to me, oh yeah, this is bad for insurance companies because they're not going to get a lot more, like they're going to get less money. It's basically like what they were saying. And I was like, oh, right. Like that totally makes sense.
Right.
Not doing any research on it.
Oh my gosh.
So I go into the interview and someone asked me a question about the future of insurance or something like that.
Oh my gosh. I'm so scared.
I don't remember exactly what I say, but I remember saying something about Obamacare and how it's bad for insurance.
Oh no.
And I stopped talking.
Yep.
And I looked at them and they all just looked at each other like,
oh my
what
gosh.
is this child saying to us right now?
No, that's so embarrassing.
I felt so stupid. It was the dumbest thing. It was like so stupid. You know what I mean?
That's okay, honey.
Yeah. So I've learned a lot since then. I was like,
that's really embarrassing though.
I don't remember how old I was. I think it was 19 or 20 or something like
you
that.
were a baby.
I was a child.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything.
Yeah, that's okay. That's just funny. You did little to no research.
Yeah.
on
I mean, honestly, maybe it's true. I don't know. Maybe it is. But
the way they were looking
it's
around.
too political to bring up in an
It was
interview.
way too political. Yeah.
I just should not have brought that up at
Yeah.
all.
I thought maybe the way you were going with the story is they brought it up.
No, they didn't. Nope. No, they didn't.
That makes more sense.
I think at the time I was thinking, oh yeah, like I'm gonna like try to like sympathize with them.
Right.
Is sort of what I was
impress
thinking.
them.
And impress them. And be like, guys, like, yeah, like it's hard right now. Yeah, Obamacare is killing you guys, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah.
I just should have never brought it up. It was so stupid.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So that was really rough.
But you learn and you grew from that.
I have grown from that. I think I've become a pretty good interviewer.
Yeah. You've definitely had a lot of practice recently.
Yes, definitely recently. I can think of 2 more bad interview experiences.
This is so funny because before the podcast, Josh was like, I don't know if I really have anything to talk about,
dude,
for the subject. And I was like, that's okay.
Yes. You were. It's so funny because you told your stories and it was like, oh, yeah, I have one like that. I just like remembered it. You know what I mean?
Oh, how the turntables.
So good. No, but when I had my first job and I'd been there for about a year and I was like, get me out of here. Oh my gosh.
That was a toxic black hole of a job.
It was rough. And so I remember I was like, all right, I'm trying to get out of here. So I started applying to all these different places, like trying to get out, basically. Yeah. And so I'm like applying to all these different places, and I remember I get a call back from this one company, and I was trying to do a little research on them. I don't remember the name of it. There's a lot of it that I don't remember, so
That's
sorry.
okay. Just piece together what you can.
Yeah. So anyway, they get back to me. They're like, oh yeah, like we'll set up an interview with you, or set up like a string of interviews where you can come in and like go to each interview. And I was like, cool. So I went in.
Like do multiple interviews in one day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go in and I talk to the first person, and they're talking. They're like, oh yeah, and they're like talking about this product. And like, so at the time I was an actuary, so I was looking for actuarial jobs. And I don't remember this position must not have had the word actuary in it. Because there's just no way. There was nothing related to it at all.
Right.
I don't even know why I went to it. But
you were desperate. It was a dark time.
Yeah, I really was. So the guy starts talking. He starts talking about like this product. And I'm like, what?
Red flag.
What the heck? And then he starts talking about like, oh yeah, like you can make this much money. And anytime someone says you can make this much money, that's no.
Just run out the door.
And I'm like, it hit me like, oh, this is a sales job. Like this is a door-to-door sales job.
Yeah.
And so I finished the interview with him. He's like, oh, if you just like go wait out in the like office area, like the waiting room, not waiting room, but like in the main office area, like the next guy will come and get you. I dipped.
You left in the middle of your...
I left.
I mean, that makes sense, and I actually applaud you, but that's amazing.
It was, I left.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, those door-to-door sales jobs are everywhere, and they disguise them as different things. So I bet you the word actuary was in that job title.
It might have been.
And they were just trying to bait you.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated as a marketing major.
Oh, girl.
So I'm doomed from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed knows exactly what to offer me in the algorithm. And so I see all these like, social media marketing analyst and types of job titles, and
they sound so good.
I know. That's what makes it so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So I'm like applying to all these like marketing analysts and whatever types of jobs, and they're all door-to-door sales.
So bad.
And I went to one, like I would have literally had to, and I'm not using door-to-door as a Like, it's like they would literally have to, like, they showed me the neighborhood. I would have to, like, on a map or something that I would have
door
to.
to door.
It's true. Like, I would knock and have to sell to these people.
Yeah.
There was one I was actually considering taking.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about this.
I went on so many interviews.
Yeah.
And I was so desperate.
You were in a dark place.
I was also in a dark place.
Yeah.
It's hard because you just graduate college and you realize how directionless you feel. And I graduated at the beginning of COVID. So my whole the whole last of the semester was completely taken away from me. And I was just doing like fluff projects, you know, just till the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get any good technical training on what any of these jobs wanted me to, like, what any of a good, oh my gosh, my words. I did not get good technical training on what a good job would have wanted me to have. So, like SEO or, you know, there's like those things. So, I was just going on interviews that I was getting offered for, and they were all door to door, and there was one where I would be selling some type of business product to other companies. So I would like travel to the company and like sell this product to them or something. And they made it sound really good and really promising, and I was so desperate, and I almost took it.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's not like as bad because
That's why I almost took that one.
Right. Yep.
So how I ended up actually getting the job I have now is, and this is what I would recommend to a lot of people out there, I went through a temp agency. And what they do is, I would recommend this to like a lot of kids at college who kind of feel directionless and think they'll find value in a job. So, and it's true because we've all been there. Just don't put all your happiness into this job, but go through a temp agency. They literally find employers for you. This agency like called me before an interview and said, okay, this is probably what they're going to ask you. Like, this is what they're looking for. This is what they'll want you to say. Like, you know, they really set you up for success. And that's how I got a job with my current company, not in this position, but I was able to grow and I was able to get into a permanent position and plan Cinco de Mayo parties. So, but I'm actually so grateful. And this is actually what I really wanted in a job, was to just kind of be behind the scenes. And when I was in college, this is what I wanted in a job.
Right.
So, but we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's
so
cool. Anyway, do you have any more interview stories? I feel like you have one more.
Like, as you're talking, I'm just like, wow, I forgot about that. Oh shoot, forgot about that.
Let us hear them.
Yeah. Okay. So when I was in college, I did 2 years at Penn State Abington.
Yeah.
Which was like a commuter school. And then I did 2 years at Penn State main campus in State College. And I remember I just got into State College. It was my junior year, and I had just moved in, and I was like new and impressionable. And I remember thinking, oh man, I need a job. Like, I really need a job.
Yes.
Because I don't know how I'm going to pay for groceries.
Oh my gosh, that is terrifying.
Yeah. So I remember I was looking around, and I had just applied to a bunch of different places. Like, I had gotten recertified as a lifeguard that summer, so that I could maybe potentially get a lifeguard job up there. So I applied to a couple lifeguard jobs. I applied to like food store jobs, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, a bunch of stuff. And I remember looking it up, and I found this place. What was the company called? It was like Vortex or something like that. It sounded so cool. I was like, whoa, it's cool.
Whoa.
And so
Vortex.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, like $20 an hour. I was like,
wow. You
like
work when you want
$20 an hour? Yeah, right. No, literally, that's what it said.
Wait, literally?
Yes. I was like, whoa, this is it, dude. This is the job. Like, I'm going to do, yeah. So anyway, I got an interview for it, and I went in, and it was like in this dude's dorm.
Oh my gosh.
It was so sketchy.
That's really sus.
And I was like, what the heck is going on? So I walk in,
Sorry, I said
and
sus.
it's Dude, you're so basic.
Sorry, Josh said basic.
Oh my gosh. So I walk in and it's you're selling knives.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it is.
Knives?
Yeah.
Like
knives.
a kitchen set of knives? Like a kitchen set?
Basically, yeah. Yeah. Not like butter knives, like sharp knives, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I took it. I was like, yeah, all right, $20 an hour. And I was like, fine, that's great. And then you like made commission and stuff. I was like, all right, I guess I'll just do this.
Wait, so they would give you $20 an hour no matter what?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I would take that.
Yeah. No, I took it. And then the next day, I don't know how to explain it. I just woke up and I was incredibly uncomfortable with this job, like with the decision. I was like, I can't do this. Like I was freaking out. I was like, this is like, I can't do this. This is so weird.
Wow.
Like, whoa. So I remember I called the guy. I was like, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm sorry. Yeah. And a year later, I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw on Facebook an article about this company called Vortex, and they were basically doing like sex trafficking with women.
Stop.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
Oh, it didn't say anything about Penn State or anything?
No, I think it's mentioned like college campuses, like going, yeah. Isn't that insane? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the Lord like delivered you from a situation where you would still be in jail.
Yes.
That is insane.
I mean, I don't think I'd be in jail, but like, yeah, from like a horrible situation. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, like oh my gosh, that was just so divine.
Yeah.
Like divine intervention.
Yeah. It was very weird why I felt so uncomfortable. Like it was just kind of
no
random.
valid reason.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, that is incredibly tragic.
I know.
And
yeah.
Evil.
Yeah. But like the Lord totally delivered me. Yeah, it was crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
That is insane. I can't believe you let me go on about Olive Garden and you had a sex trafficking story in like your back pocket.
I totally forgot about it until you were talking about it.
Stupid.
I totally forgot about it.
I was like, yeah, she made me wait like an hour. And you're like, I almost was involved in sex trafficking.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was bad. It was crazy, yeah.
And then what job did you end up taking?
I got a lifeguard job at the YMCA.
Nice.
Nearby, yeah.
Good.
Which was an infinitely better job. Yeah.
It
was like $12 an hour and I just like walked around a pool for 4 hours.
That's nice.
Got $50 and then I left.
Were you able to get like work done?
I could work during my breaks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which was really nice.
So you couldn't like sit on the stand and like, or in
during
a chair?
My breaks, yeah. Oh.
During your shift?
Like if I was on the shift, no, I had to watch the pool. Yeah.
What if there was no one in it? Because I thought you told me you got up at like 5 a.m.
Oh, dude. I had 5 a.m. shifts and people, that was like honestly when it was the most packed.
Oh my gosh.
So it was all old people, yeah.
Well, that actually makes sense then.
Yeah. I had cool coworkers too. It was like, it was fun. You know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That's a perfect job for you because you're a really good swimmer.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, because he got a job as lifeguard, but
yeah. No,
I'm not a good swimmer.
That's funny. No, but I remember, what was I going to say? It was such a good job because I could use the gym at the Y for free.
Oh, that's really clutch.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, dude, I used to love doing this. I would make my protein shake. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, thank
you.
Call. Yeah, thank you. I just put a pillow with like a big pillow between Josh and I for us to. I saw we were both so uncomfortable.
I was not comfortable.
Me neither.
Like, how do I? Yeah.
I have not stopped moving.
Me neither.
I feel comfortable now.
Good. This is a good idea.
Thank you.
I'm glad you did this. Yeah, for those who aren't watching on YouTube, Tori just got a big pillow and put it right between us so we could have a something to lean on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh man, I used to love doing this. I would make my protein shake before work. And then I would get to the Y like an hour before my shift. I'd work out, and then 15 minutes before my shift, I'd go shower. And so by the time my shift started, I'd be all ready to go. And I had my protein shake, so like I would drink that during my break. And, dude, I used to love doing it.
That sounds really peaceful.
It was really nice, yeah.
Like a good,
it was an easy place to
like a
lifeguard
good
at.
routine.
Like I don't think I never had to jump in the water.
That's
one
really
time.
good.
Yeah, which was awesome. Yeah, it was really easy.
Good.
So, anyway, I do have a couple more stories.
I want to hear them.
Yeah, they're not nearly as crazy. So
Then I do not want to hear them. I'm just kidding. I want to hear them.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard a lot of these.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm listening along with you guys.
Yeah. I remember I had just graduated college, and at this point I was much better at interviews. I knew how to research stuff.
But not bring politics into the interview.
Gosh, so stupid.
It's really funny, actually.
Yeah. So I remember I was interviewing for different actuarial positions, and I had interviewed at this place in Philly. It was called Willis Towers Watson, and I had a few rounds of interviews. It was looking like it was going really well. And I remember I got an offer. I was really excited about it. And then at the same time, I also interviewed at this place in Manhattan.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had a few rounds of interviews there. I actually took the train up there.
That's nice.
And interviewed in their office, and it was a nice office. It was it was going to be really cool. I forget what the company was called, but they were both different areas of business. One was an insurance company. Like I was saying earlier, most actuaries work in insurance companies. And then the one in Philly was consulting. So it was actuarial consulting, which is a little different. And so I remember I got the offer for the Philly one. And I remember I went to New York and I had these interviews. And I remember the woman was really excited. She was I think she was excited for me as a candidate.
Yeah.
Which felt nice. It felt really good.
That feels really good, yeah.
Yeah. And a few days later, I got an offer from them. And it's just funny looking back because it's wow, my life could have ended up being so different.
Yeah.
Based on that decision. The New York job offered a lot more money, but I would have had to commute 2 hours one way.
That's so...
Or an hour and a half one way.
so long.
Yeah. So it would have been 3 hours of commuting. And who knows how long I would have had to actually been working, you know what I mean? So even if it was a 9 to 5, I would have to leave my house by 7:30 a.m. and I wouldn't have gotten back to close to 7.
Or move to New York.
Or move to New York, right? Exactly, yeah. And if I were to do that, then the my salary at the time would have balanced out,
Right, because the cost of living in New York is. Yeah, so much higher.
Exactly. So I decided to take the job in Philly, and it's just so interesting. Looking back, wow, I had that crossroads in my life. Wow, that could have really been interesting. It's funny because I was not thinking about this until we started talking about that. I was wow,
yeah.
I forgot about that. That's a big my life could be totally different right now.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Sorry, I have one more story.
Go for it.
This is short. It just happened. So just happened
It's fresh.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. So
yeah, this is funny.
Yeah. So as Tori mentioned earlier on, I've been interviewing at a lot of places recently for a new position. And so it's been a lot of places, and it's all been remote interviewing. The reason I say that is because it can be a little confusing at times to know who you're interviewing for, because all of the interviews are just on a screen.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, there's something about going to a place to interview. Yeah, but you're when you're doing all of them from your living room, they kind of just meld together.
Exactly. They kind of blend together a little bit. So anyway, I had this interview for this one company. They are a consulting company, which I was not aware of at the time.
Let's say this. Oh, wait, keep going. I don't want to step on your story.
No. I want to hear what you're going to say.
I'll say this. Josh is in consulting right now, and he wants to get out of consulting.
Exactly.
So he should not have been in this interview.
Yes, exactly. When I applied for it, it wasn't like explicit that it was a consulting company.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I thought it, like the little like subtext under it was like pharmaceutical company, which is the company that I'm like, those are the types of companies that I'm trying to get a job at.
Yep.
And so I applied for it thinking, oh, okay, cool. This is like another pharmaceutical company. Like, great.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, exactly. So I probably should have done a little more research. Although I feel like there's a story behind that too. I kind of did try to go on their website, and every click would cause a
like a pop-up virus or something.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, screw this. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go to the first interview, and the guy asked me, he's like, oh, like, how come you're looking to leave your current company? Which I feel like is a pretty common question. Or
yes.
At least I've gotten it a lot recently. And I told him, I was like, oh, well, I'm looking to transition out of consulting. It's just like I have to deal with a lot of clients, and I'd rather just like focus on one client. And he was like, okay, what do you like mean by that? He was like really confused.
He's like, I'm about to call 911.
I remember getting a little aggravated because I was like, what's so hard to understand about this?
Yeah.
Like,
I just want to get out of consulting.
And the way that I found out it was a consulting company was I asked somebody who I actually currently work with.
During the interview, he like, I am this person.
Yes, I did do that. I am this person. I was like, hey, have you heard of this company? They're like, oh yeah. They're like, oh yeah, that's like another consulting company. And I was like, that's how I figured out in the middle of the interview, like, after I just said what I said.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding
That's hard to
me.
come back from.
I'm an idiot.
But he did it.
I somehow finished the interview, and I somehow got 2 more interviews. I don't know what that tells me about the company.
Oh, they're desperate.
And how desperate they are.
Yeah.
That they'll literally take on somebody who doesn't want to work for them.
Yeah.
But accidentally
who
apply
hates
for
their
them.
model.
Yeah.
I hate everything you stand for, but I need this.
I'm trying not to do anything that this job description says.
They're like, what is this reverse psychology? It just makes us want him more.
He's playing hard to get.
Double his offer. We must have him.
Yes, we must have him. Dude, oh my gosh. That was so good.
I love it.
I know. Oh, anyway, so yeah, that's another story. Man, it's so funny.
You have a lot of good interview stories.
It is funny how we were talking about this beforehand.
Tori, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say. 45 minutes later.
I completely
that's
forgot.
how I almost ended up in a sex trafficking scheme.
Dude, what the heck? I completely forgot. Oh, I have another one. Sorry, I just thought of one.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I hope they're enjoying it too.
They are.
I guess they're gonna have to. Yeah.
They should.
They should. I hope they do. Anyway, let us know if you are enjoying this.
Just comment like what you think.
Yeah. Just comment like, whoa.
Whoa, Josh.
Whoa, Josh. That's crazy.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. I do want to say something. I want to insert something real quick.
Yeah.
So this last week, what I found out was that Spotify has like, you can do like these polls.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. And like you can also ask questions on Spotify and the person listening can reply. And so like if you are listening to the podcast and you have like the screen up where it shows like our photo and like how long you've been listening and stuff. If you scroll down, like sometimes it'll show lyrics or whatever for whatever song you're listening to. On our episode, if you scroll down, it'll show a poll.
Oh, really?
And you can like vote on the poll, and then it'll have another section where it'll ask you a question that we type in.
Yep. And I know you typed in question.
I did, yes. So on last week's episode, I forget what the poll
What marriage
question.
advice do you have?
Oh, yeah, that was the question. Yeah. I forget what the poll question was. Shoot. Yeah. You can look it up.
Look it up and you start your story.
Okay. Yeah, but I was just going to say, like, if you listen on Spotify, like, feel free to fill that out.
We would love to, and we would love to talk about them in the next episode.
Yes, definitely.
And
definitely.
do you know if it's like anonymous or if it's like?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah, you literally just scroll down and okay, so what marriage advice do you have is what we asked last week, and there's a little button for reply.
Mm-hmm. And
then the poll was, do you normally tip? Oh, this is good. I didn't know you. Oh, there was a vote.
Oh, that was me.
Oh. It says, do you normally tip when picking up food to go?
Yeah.
No.
Nah. So anyway, yeah, like if you listen on Spotify, like feel free to go do those. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
post one this week.
Yeah, we'll do it for this episode. Yeah. Probably like tell us about a crazy like job experience or interview experience.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to hear that.
Yeah. Anyway, this is not an interview.
Story.
Interview. Actually, I could tell this story and then you could tell your crazy job story if you wanted to.
It's not as crazy.
No.
Not after that vortex scenario. I will never let that go.
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane. Anyway, when I was in college, early college, so I was still like local, I worked for a snow removal company.
Oh, this job.
Yeah, there's not like really like one crazy story. It was just like a horrible job.
Yeah, really. Well, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was 19. No, yeah, I was 19, and my job was basically to drive like the huge salt trucks. That's what I drove.
Yeah,
I drove the huge salt trucks.
Not qualified.
No. Oh no, that you were supposed to get a certificate.
Nope.
Oh no, my boss was like, no, we're not gonna worry about that.
What time would you drive them at?
Oh, all hours of the night. Yeah. So I remember one shift I worked 36 straight hours.
Oh my gosh.
Because when it's snowing, you have to like you have to be out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah, and so I remember this snowstorm because it was the weekend that the Eagles were playing the Lions, and LaShawn McCoy had like that record-breaking rushing game. If anybody listening knows what I'm talking about, and it was a huge snowstorm. The reason I mentioned that Eagles game is because it was a huge snowstorm. Like at the game, they had to like.
Oh, gotcha.
They had to use what are they called? Like snow, like plows that blow the snow. You know what I'm talking about?
Like snow plows.
Yeah. I'm an idiot. They had to use snow plows on the 5-yard lines.
Oh my gosh.
And out of bounds so that the players could see like where the lines were. Yeah. Like the snow was that bad and it was coming down so hard.
Why did they cancel the game?
Because it's football.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But anyway, so I worked that weekend and I worked 36 hours and I wanted to die. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And I remember because at the time when I was interviewing for the job, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's $20 an hour." I was like, "Whoa, that's like so much money."
$20 is apparently the hook you need
to
employ Josh Bair.
Yes, it's above the teens. It's in the 20s.
Oh my goodness.
It's so much money. Oh my gosh. No, seriously, at the time I was like, "Wow, that's so much money."
No, and you were paying for a lot of stuff yourself.
Yes, yeah, at the time I was.
Were you paying your own rent?
No, not at that time. No.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that was one shift. I worked 36 hours. Another shift I worked 48 hours. That was, oh my gosh, dude.
Did you make any mistakes during these?
Yes, I did.
Let's hear about them.
I remember one time I was driving. So our company would do snow removal for Lockheed Martin's campus. So, and like sort of the surrounding area, like the surrounding streets and stuff. So, so we had a 4-wheeler that we would drive on the sidewalk that would like plow the snow. You know what I mean? On the sidewalks. And I remember one time I was plowing the snow with the 4-wheeler and I went to stop and it did not stop.
Oh, gosh.
And I ran into a pole.
Oh, no.
Not like a big pole. It was like one of those like poles that you see outside of entrances that are like, I don't know, 4 feet, 5 feet tall.
Turnstile?
What'd you say?
The turnstile?
What's that?
I'm going to Google it. Just keep going.
Okay. It was like one of those poles that you see outside of entrances at like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a pretty common thing.
Yeah, they kind of put them like in front of doors to like, in case a car flies off
That's what
the road.
That's what I thought it was for, yeah. Well, anyway, I ran one of those over and broke it.
Oh,
and
man. Did it break the machine?
No. The 4-wheeler's fine.
Oh,
yeah.
wait. Turnstile isn't the right word.
That's what I thought a turnstile was.
Yeah.
Like in the subway, like when you walk through like a door.
What am I thinking of then?
It's just, it was, but you said it. It's like one of those poles.
Yes.
Yeah. So I ran into it and I broke it. And I remember I told my coworker and he saw it and he was like, just throw it in the bushes. So we threw it in the bushes. But I told my boss and he was not happy. And yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
At least you owned up to it.
Yeah. I remember after that 48-hour, the 48-hour shift, I was also working in the shop during the days.
A mechanic shop with his his grandfather.
No. The mechanic shop at the snow removal place. Fixing the machines and stuff. Yeah.
So you're working day and night?
Yes.
Oh
All
my
while
gosh,
going to school.
You poor child.
Yeah, all while going to school. So, I remember having to, like, do welding and all that stuff. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, I remember I got a paycheck, and it was, like, $1,200.
That's pretty nice.
Like, what? I was freaking out. But at the same time, I was like, it just doesn't feel that worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of like, like, underwhelmed almost. You know
You're
what
like, I need double this.
I need sleep.
Yeah, you needed sleep.
Yeah. And I just gotten over COVID like a few months before.
COVID or mono?
Sorry, mono.
Mono.
This was far before COVID.
Yep.
I just gotten over mono. And if you listen to one of our earlier episodes where I talked about
I think it's episode 2.
Yeah.
Go listen to episode 2.
Where I almost died of mono.
Yeah.
So this was a couple months after mono, and I was still kind of like on the mend.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to what he went through, that would make sense.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I was like, yeah, I'll do this job. So stupid.
I mean, I think it sounds really appealing when you hadn't experienced it.
Yeah, it was kind of appealing. And a friend of mine worked there, so it was like, I thought it could be fun.
Yeah.
And at times it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also so stressful, like so stressful.
I can imagine.
Because you're working with like big machinery, and like we had to work with this like huge dump truck that I had no idea how to operate. I was like 19. He was like, "Oh yeah, like just figure it out." Basically.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so illegal.
It was really bad. So anyway, those are all the experiences that I could think of at the
Pray
moment.
for Josh.
For my PTSD, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Cool.
Do you have any crazy like job experiences that you want to talk about?
No. Josh knows that's a lie. Yeah. It's not as crazy though.
Okay.
So I got a job at Longhorn Steakhouse. It was like 30 minutes from my house, and which is pretty far. And I got a job as a hostess, and they give you like little to no training on how to be a hostess, because I think a lot of it is like instinct. And
is a hostess the person who shows you to your seat?
yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's pretty stressful.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole network of things you need to know about it. And what would happen is it was like so stressful because I would get in between the servers, because like emotionally. Like, they would say, oh, you know, can you put them on this section? And I'm brand new, so I'm like really impressionable. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll put them there. I'll put guests there. And then the other server would come up to me and be like, why'd you put them there? They were supposed to be seated in my section. And it was like really, really stressful. I was literally there for a month, and then I quit because it was so not worth it. It was too far. My boss was a real creep. Yeah. And yeah. No bueno.
No bueno. Yeah.
Me and one of the bartenders, she was a really nice woman. She was older, and she was even like, this place is so toxic. Like,
interesting.
we like quit. I think she quit 2 weeks before me.
Nice.
And like, take me with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I quit, and it was glorious, and I felt so relieved.
Oh, dude. There's nothing worse than a bad job.
It was bad.
Oh.
It was not worth anything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, really, really gross.
Mm-hmm.
In many, many aspects.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I won't get into that. But yeah.
Horrible.
So if choose your jobs wisely, and you're really looking to why you want that particular job.
Yes, definitely.
Don't just take anything. You
Definitely.
are worth a lot more.
100%.
So on that note, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay, Josh, I want to go get. Okay, this is our cat, Eleanor's cat. Eleanor, stop showing them your butt. Oh my gosh, Eleanor, it's so rude. Eleanor, do you have anything to say to the people that listen to Bair Attack podcast? Get that thing away from me.
I was trying to see if I can catch her purring. Yeah. Oh, there she goes. Yeah.
She just completely flopped on my leg.
Yeah.
My mic is being weird. Something is not.
She loves Tori.
There it is. She does love me, and I love her so much.
Yeah. Eleanor, she'll like come by, like I'm sitting at my desk here. She'll like come by and like rub my leg and want to be pet for a little bit. But it's not long. It's just like a couple pets, and then she walks away.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Tori gets home and Tori sits on the couch, it's within seconds. Eleanor comes and does basically exactly that.
Exactly this.
Yeah. So,
it makes me feel so fulfilled.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves Tori.
Yeah.
She loves Tori.
Aww.
But our other cat does love me.
The other cat, Charlie, she loves Josh. She'll like climb into his lap and like rest on on his chest, and then like look at me, like, look what I have that you currently don't have. It's
look what I have.
It's pretty vicious, actually. Oh,
that's funny.
Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone.
Yes.
Everyone go hug and kiss your moms or your mom like figure in your life. We love you guys, and catch us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.
Yes.
Comment, give us a review.
Yes.
We would love to have some feedback, and share this podcast with someone going through some interview processes right now.
Yeah. If you know somebody who is going through the difficult process of interviewing, like I am,
it's trying.
It is the worst.
Yeah. So give this to them as an encouragement.
Yes.
And we're rooting for them, or if it's you, we're rooting for you.
It always works out. It really does.
Keep praying, and keep praying.
Yeah.
So so we're gonna sign off and go get some Ritas.
Woo-hoo.
Bye, you guys.
See ya.